Muyasenge Netawa Christine Wanjiru wa Muteti. I'll speak in English. Like Judy said, Dad had a way of making everybody feel special. And there's so much I could say about Dad, but I've decided to summarize, so I'm going to read my tribute. My first encounter with Dad was a professional one. I worked at Alpha Group of Companies in Mombasa, where I was in charge of the fisheries department, and this placed me under the Ministry of Livestock and Fisheries. Dad was a minister then, and though I had not interacted with him one-on-one directly, I knew he was a tough, no-nonsense person who followed the rules by the book. In August 2007, the Ministry of Livestock and Fisheries emerged the winners of the Mombasa ASK show for having the best stand. To celebrate the win, the minister, who was Dad then, invited the stakeholders for a celebratory dinner at Voyager Hotel. My company sent me to represent them. This is a dinner where I met my husband, Ted. So technically, I met my husband through Dad. Months later, when Ted wanted to introduce me to Dad, I was very skeptical, as I expected to meet the tough person I knew. I actually thought I would go through an interrogation. To the contrary, he was nothing but warm, welcoming, and loving, and he remained consistently so for the period I knew him. Dad had quite a rich history about himself. I enjoyed listening to his stories about his early school days, how he was spoiled for choice when he got multiple jobs immediately after high school, his stay in Russia as a diplomat. All this he would narrate to us when we paid him a visit. My two favorite topics with Dad were politics and golf. Politics was in his blood, and it was always fascinating listening to his political journey from a young age, his role in the fight for democracy, and I always wanted to pick his mind on the current politics. From politics, I admired how principled he was. In an era where politicians go with the waves, Dad always stood by what he believed in. Dad loved golf, but as he grew older, he developed back issues that made it difficult to swing the club, and he really missed playing. When I joined golf, he encouraged me a lot and would at times send me flyers of games that he thought I should play. Every time I went for a competition, he was always excited to hear about it. He knew most of the courses like the back of his hand. Dad was one person who genuinely cared about one's day-to-day activity, just like my sister Shiro said. Even when we had not talked for a while, the next time you met him, you'd be surprised when he asked about specific events. He would get an update about us, my daughter and I, when he talked to Ted, which was quite a number of times daily. We have heard different people say how much Dad supported them in different ways, and especially educating them. Dad loved education. I remember when I told him that I was starting my master's over 10 years ago, he called me to his office, and to my surprise, he asked me how much the first semester fees was, and a full terms check. Never been happier. Fondly referred to me as Mama Sarah or my daughter, and I can proudly say that he thought I made the best ISIO. And every time he visited our home, we made sure there was ISIO for him. And as he stopped being active and he did not move a lot, we would take the ISIO to him and share as part of dinner, mostly on Saturday evenings. I could go on and on about Dad, but I'm glad he rested knowing how much he was loved and cared for. He also left no doubt that he cared and loved us. We will cherish all the times and moments spent together, and we hope and pray that we carry the lessons we learned from you, Dad, to generations to come. Rest well, Dad. We will miss you.
Thank you. Then tina Kalasbon nikoko na hata favorite wa Dad, lakini she's we have told her that she was not the favorite.
Kanisa yanga imweseo ngethie undu Dad wake thanasia tomwisi alama ABC kalawa kanisa yanga imweseo aya ndiso matribute yakwa lakini mukasisi